free for like artists coming out of the state, and I'm like, it's fine. It's been a long time, dude. Like it's time. Like it's good that we have all these artists coming out. You know, the Denzel Currys and you know the Kodak Blacks, and it's a lot of them. You know, it's a lot of artists coming out of the state of Florida, and now we getting the light, because it used to be like, you know, every 10 years it'd be a few artists coming out. Like you'll have like, you know, of course back in the day you had the Lukes and the Trick Daddies and then the Trinas.
Exactly.
JT Money's now. Then you have the Rick Rosses, the Pitbulls, the Flow Riders. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's now you got a whole bunch of like Little Pump. I ain't even know Little Pump was from down here.
Yeah,
you
man.
Know what I'm saying? So
it's funny though it's funny how like the music game has kind of changed though. Like back then, it wasn't as much about like the clout. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now you really have like that like kind of being like the main thing now. It's like, you know, like Rick Ross and them, like Trick Daddy, and they didn't have social media coming out like that. Like
yeah, like social media. Was like what was MySpace?
Yeah. See, I ain't even had no MySpace, bro. I ain't had no MySpace. That's one thing about me too, bro. I just kind of got on social media when I started doing the whole rapping shit. Like, I ain't have Facebook, I ain't have Instagram, I ain't have Snapchat until I was like 20, bro. Like, I swear, like, and I just put that on my on my Snap or my story the other day. I was like, shit, is that weird, dog? I feel like,
well, I mean,
I don't know.
I honestly tell people all the time, if it wasn't for like my business or like even like having family, like, you know, out of state, I wouldn't really have social media. But,
you feel me?
You know, especially if you're in music, that's a network. You network with different people. You know, like I've met people from like overseas. Yeah. You know, type stuff, and it's crazy like how like it's a difference, like, from having artists, like you say, you have an artist from Puerto Rico. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a difference. Like, you know, they really, like, take it seriously.
Exactly.
Not saying that artists over here don't take it seriously, because they do. It's just that I feel like when you go international, I guess that they more, well, I could say, like, grateful.
Yeah, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
And, you know, it's funny you say that, bro, because I feel like once you can get into that international pool, bro, it's just like a lot better. It's different levels, and like it's not saying that one level is different. It's different or better than the other. It's just that one's gonna get more recognized, and it's so funny to me. Like sometimes I look up net worths and shit, just so I can kind of gauge on like what kind of style or what kind of rap or what kind of music is gonna be the best money maker. You know what I mean? And it's so funny. Even Yo Gotti, say for example, he has a whole CMG, right? Yeah. I think his net worth is only like $5 million. And you know,
sometimes it's not accurate though. It could be way more.
Sometimes it's not accurate, but think about it though. I look at it because I see past all the other shit. Like I see that like, all right, people they're gonna have like maybe they're gonna have a few cars, chains, houses. They have different assets, you know, they all got to pay for it. On top of their wage, you know, they got shows, they got contracts and shit. How much money are they really making? I know in high school, like I was in a part of the business, little associate, part of the school. It was a magnet school, although it was a Title VI school or whatever it was called. But I was part of the business side of it. And we did a project on the music industry, actually, because we actually did that shit, and we actually got a chance to realize how much these people are really like profiting. Like, you feel me? The smart artists will try to start their own label, get a clothing brand, get different businesses and shit. But it's just like some people, they don't really, you know, they don't do that. They just rapping, they spinning it, da-da-da-da. Yeah. And that's how you see people going broke and shit. But long story short,
they don't spin it the right way. That's why I said they don't invest instead of.
Exactly. You know, that's lessons and shit. You just gotta learn that shit over time. But like I was saying though, like Yo Gotti, $5 million. Let's say for example, you got motherfucking Kenny Chesley. The nigga's like, I don't know how many million. It's like damn near. It's just, I don't know. It's like $100 million, something like that. It's just so much. And then you have Jay-Z, of course. Jay-Z, he's up there with all them too and shit. He up there with all them. They multi like 100 mils and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's so funny. Like those are the only ones. Those are the old heads. You know, they manifested that money. But like, say for example, you got like Bad Bunny. I don't know how much his shit is, but I would assume it's way more than fucking motherfucking not Drake, but motherfucking Yo Gotti, motherfucking Kodak Black, all the people that just like niggas that you hear on the radio and shit or underground type shit. It's just levels to this shit.
I think it's like with music, with sports, like with Bad Bunny, like I think of him like getting paid like a soccer player. He probably getting paid easily 100 mil, 200 mil.
Yeah, bro.
Gotta be low key.
It's just a different market, and it's just all about. Let's even think about it. Motherfuckers talk about Jason Derulo and shit like that. That man's probably still banking, and motherfucking. He's going to a different audience. That nigga, he doing the whole different shit. Like, he's in a different category. Like, it's just, I feel like instead of trying to be so one-dimensional and everyone trying to do the same thing with the rap, you got to kind of expand. That's why the Border Boy movement, bruh, we doing something bigger. We got artists in all different genres, all different styles, like I was saying, we gonna have that universal blanket. You feel me? That's just what it is.
Yeah, man. But I like the blueprint that you have. A lot of artists, they don't have that same blueprint like yourself. Like I know a few. Like shout out to my boy Hayes. Mm-hmm. What he's doing is it's amazing. Like because we all the same age. He like 27, 26, 22. Sure. So it's like you don't really you. The stuff that, we all doing, people were like, oh, you can wait till your 30s to do the 40s. I'm like, nah, man. Why not just attack it while you're in your 20s? So by the time you're in your early 30s, mid-30s.
The ball's rolling.
Yeah,
you
like
getting that
rolling.
shit, it's fluent, it's water, kid. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. And, I always try to, put myself at a higher standard. That's why I always kind of am my worst critic because I always am trying to be like perfect type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You just gotta do what you gotta do to be the best. You feel me? Like, I don't want to be just another artist. I want to be that artist people know as like, all right, that nigga, he on his shit, he doing that. Like, for real. That's why we trying to make a household name over here. Mm-hmm. Shit, BBE movement, dog. Border Boy shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like I said, I'm gonna look out for that. One of my favorite segments of the show is top 5 artists of all time.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure you got a different list because every list out like the beauty of like people don't understand like having a podcast, as a DJ as well, like, I'm like, damn, like, everybody got their own different personalities, and especially, like, on top list, like, someone put, what they put in their top 5? Someone put Kanye on their top 5. And someone else put Big Pun. Shout out to my boy Gab, YM3 apparel, but, like, it's a beauty of like you have these different top 5 lists and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, who's in your top 5? You don't have to necessarily be hip hop, but
exactly. You say artist, I'm gonna take that artist. You want me to start from like 5 or you want me to go to 1? Like
most people don't even say numbers, but if you want to put it,
all right. Well, let me say. All right. Well, I know number 1 for me is Tupac. Like that's my. Tupac, I don't give a fuck. Nobody say. That's my favorite artist. He's a poet. Man's a fucking actor, musician, fucking just overall legend.
Do you think that the younger audience, like, 'cause you 22, when you was born, like what, 95?
Yeah, 95.
So you just made it.
But
like seriously, like you have, because I have my nephew. He was born 96, but he loved Tupac.
Yeah.
One thing I see from like the younger generation, I'm talking about like the 2000, babies. Like they don't. appreciate Tupac. Like for instance, like for me, I ain't grew up, listening to Big Daddy Kane and Chaos One and all them stuff. I knew about LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Because LL Cool J, I just seen like one of his CDs around the house.
Yeah.
And I had, let me listen to LL Cool J, and he's dope. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have a lot of these artists nowadays. They so lazy to do their research, and it's like it's easier to do your research now because with technology and with Apple Music and stuff like that, and Spotify and SoundCloud, like you could actually go back 20, 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything's right there accessible to you, feel me? But, a lot of people, I don't think, like the younger, like you were saying, that like 2000 babies and shit, they don't appreciate Tupac because it's not what they used to. Like, shit has changed. Like, if Tupac was in this era, he probably wouldn't be as popular. He'd probably be like a Jay-Z and shit, probably like in the shadows type shit. Like, to like our age like that, like 15 about 19 age group. That, but it's like, that shit is so here today, gone tomorrow type shit. Like, Tupac, that nigga died in 95, right?
Yeah, like 96, 96.
96, 95 type shit. He died when I was born. Like, that man's music is still fucking relevant as fuck today.
Yeah.
Like, people will listen to his shit to the end of time. That's what type of music that I want to make. Because that music will always fucking be around. That music will always make money. And it'll always be wherever it's timeless. Like, that's literally timeless. This motherfucking shit today, bro, it's not going to be here in 2 years, bro.
No, it's a few of them, like the Coles and the Kendricks.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Big Sean's. Like, it's a few of them, but Logics and them. Like, it's a few that, you'll be like 20, 30, 40 years from now. Like,
exactly.
Like,
but you feel me? But who influenced them? They respect Tupac. They respect the Biggies. They respect the Nas's. They respect Jay-Z. Like, these niggas nowadays, you got this man, what's his name? Lil Xan, bro. Over here dissing Tupac. That shit crazy to me, bro. That shit crazy.
It's crazy because, like,
that shit crazy.
I look at someone like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's gonna be looked at years and years to come from now. And he looked up the Tupac and the Biggies and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
And it's just like, it's kind of a shame where, I think as hip hop, we do need like the gatekeepers.
Exactly.
Like the Snoop Dogs and them. Like,
that man, he's a legend too, in my opinion. I think he's a legend.
Oh, Snoop Dogg, yeah. I feel like if it wasn't like for a Snoop Dogg, it would be like no Drake's because he's universal.
I was about to say you wouldn't have no YGs and shit. It's just everybody, history repeats itself. You have the OGs, and then you got the people that's going to follow in the OG footsteps. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what I feel like. But like, Tupac for sure, number one for me. Number two, one of my favorites, I'll probably say like more recent, maybe like a Jay-Z. Like, I fucks with Jay-Z. But it's not even just as an artist, but as a person, bro. That nigga, bro, he's so fucking diverse. Like, he's a fucking businessman. He's a fucking mogul, bro. That nigga is literally a symbol. Like, I relate to this man. Like, him and Tupac. Tupac is a great ass poet too. Yeah. I love poetry. Fuck what everybody think. Poetry is an expressive form of music. Without poetry, you wouldn't have fucking music.
Exactly. Especially like look at our favorite artists right now, like Kendrick and J. Cole, like
poets.
Their music, they're poets,
Not
like,
that fucking bullshit. I swear. And it's not that I'm not hating on that shit. Like, you gotta get your bag. Like, you get your bag however you can, bro. But it's just like, I don't respect that shit as much as Kendrick's or fucking anybody else's shit.
Look at Currency. Like, Currency to me, he's like a poet.
I fucks with Currency.
Like,
that's my boy ABM type shit. Like, that's his type shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the artists on this Border Boy movement, the Shay, fucking, motherfucking ABM, Riosco's, Young Sam, like One Way, we all finna do this shit how these OGs, how the blueprint has been set that's gonna have longevity. Like, we not copying no shit, but we gonna take that blueprint, run with it, and make it our own way, that Border Boy way, you feel me? Like, it's just, you gotta be different in this day and age. Like, but